Hey, yeah. Hey, man, it's yours truly here. We back at it. I am Ezra Jula, and you're tuned into another episode of Dropping Gems, the podcast. Not gonna even front to y'all, man. Had a long weekend. Usually don't work on Sundays, but we had to work today because we had a special show as far as an event at the jewelry store. And I'm honestly tired, bro. I did not feel like shooting today. But our first gem of the day is you can't ask God for something, pray for something, and not be consistent in the work, because God gonna do his part every time. It's already written for you, but you still gotta show up every day, man. You gotta be willing to show up when you're tired, when you don't feel like doing it, when life is lifing. You still gotta show up, man, and be the best version of you. So, with that being said, turn me up, don't turn me down. Shout out Big Bro Sean. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna go ahead and get this shot in, man. If you don't know, welcome to the podcast. If this is your first time, we do take shots here. Yeah, I know I'm tired. Spill all that. It's cool though. Dang, that's crazy. But we do take shots on the podcast here, man. So every time a gym is dropped, we take a shot. So to this gym, showing up when you don't want to, man. Let's get into it. That's crazy, Alex. That was smooth though. Golly. Crazy. But nah, all right. Let's get into it, man. So this episode, man, we're gonna really get into the four C's of diamonds. And I know you probably like, what are the four C's? Hey, stay tuned. I'm about to break it all the way down to you. All right. So when it comes to diamonds, they are graded by four C's. These four C's play a key factor in the beauty of the diamond, as far as the characteristics of it, also in the pricing of the diamond. So I want to break all four of them down to kind of break down the importance of all four and give you an idea and a gauge of what you need to be looking for when you're going to shop for diamonds. So let's get into it. So, four C's: you have your cut, your carat weight, your color, then also the clarity of the diamond. Now, these all are important, but they do rank as far as most important to least important as far as the jewelry world go. We're gonna start off with the most important. Most people might think clarity, which is like your VVS, SI, is the most important, but it's not. We're gonna get into that. The true and most important C of a diamond is the cut. So the way a diamond is cut tells you how well it's going to perform against natural light. It tells you how well it's faceted, and that's where you get your sparkle and brilliance from. So the round shape of a diamond is your ideal cut of a diamond. So that diamond, round diamonds, round shaped diamonds, is your ideal because they have the most facets inside of them. So you do get the most sparkle and brilliance out of a round shaped diamond. They are your most expensive due to that factor. They're the only diamond when you're looking on the GIA certification or wherever your diamond was certified by. That's the only diamond that's going to have three forms of grades when it comes to the cut. So you have your polish, the symmetry, and then also the cut. So you're probably like, what does that mean? Let's break it down. Let's get into the entire brick. So diamonds been grown from the earth over so many years. They go on a excruciating process to become the beautiful gem that we see in today. But they don't always start like that. A diamond starts off like a true rock. It has to be cut. It has to be polished to become the beautiful gem that you do see. Ah, turn me up. That's a gem right there. The diamond is beautiful. It's one of the most beautiful gems in the world. One of the most rarest as well. But it doesn't start off as beautiful as we see it. It has to go through heat. It has to go through pressure for many years. And then once it's found in the ground, it still has to go through another excruciating process to become as beautiful as it is. So it's just like life, bro. Like the CEO didn't start off as the CEO. You know what I'm saying? That big company that's so successful now, they didn't start off as successful from the beginning. They had to go through a process. They had to go through trials and tribulations. They had to go through ups and downs. If you're wanting it and you're willing to be great, you're gonna have to go through something, man. Like that's just life. You ain't gonna be the light God called you to be unless you're willing to go through the process. There's no testimony without any test. So just like a diamond, man, if you want to make sure you test as a diamond, you want to make sure you test as real. When people come to you, hey bro, be willing to go through the process. Stand on all 10 through your process and be the best version of you. Even when you don't want to show up, still show up and be the best version of you. That's crazy. I really spilled that. I'm probably about to spill it again, but who cares? A gem was dropped. Let's take a shot, man. To stand down through the process and understanding. We don't start off. Hey, yeah, I'm still a pro. Don't play with me, man. We might not start off as the beautiful gem, but the end results is what matters. So, shouts to that. But yeah, so now round diamonds being the ideal cut. You do have other shapes as well. We call these fancy shapes in the industry. So like your princess cut, which will be more of a square shape. You have a emerald cut. We're going to get into that, but it's more of a rectangular shape. A radiant cut, which is also a rectangular shape. You have your oval. You have your pear shape. You have your marquee. You have an asher, which is a step cut. We're going to talk about that here shortly. So these are our fancy cuts. These don't get the grade of a cut on the GIA certification. They only get the polish and the symmetry. And when we're talking about the cut, the grade of that is they start from poor to good to very good to excellent. You want to be in between that range between very good to excellent just because then we know we're going to still get a great performance out of the sparkle of the diamond and how light actually passed through the diamond. Now, I talked about two stones, emerald and asters. Those are what we call step cuts. So what that means is it's less faceted. It's more of a mirror effect. You can more so see right through it. And when I say facets, so your rounds and other fancy shapes besides emeralds and asters, they have more, how can I put this? So they have more angles inside of them to give them their facets. You know what I mean? So with a step cut like an emerald or an asher, it's more so a mirror effect. I see right through the stone. I don't really have anything that hides the imperfections. That's another key factor for rounds and other fancy shapes. So I can play around with the clarity grade on those shapes because I can hide some of those imperfections behind some of these different facets. Now, with an emerald or asher, would it been a step cut and I'm able to see right through it? I don't have other like facets to be able to hide those imperfections. Going with those type of stones, you want to have a high clarity grade because I can see directly through the stone. And if I'm on the lower end on the clarity aspect of the grading scale, then I will be able to see those imperfections in the stones a lot clearer than what I'll be able to see with a like a round cut diamond or oval or pear due to the fact it is a step cut diamond and you can't have those facets to help hide the imperfections. So that's kind of a breakdown of the cut and reason it being the most important to see because in the bridal industry, women they want their diamond to be seen from across the room. Like they want to pop that shit to their friends. They want to show their diamond off, and they want us to be able to shine. That's important. Like when you're buying a diamond, when you think of diamonds, you think of shine bright like a diamond. Shout out Riri. Yeah, nah, but you want your diamond to actually shine. So with that, you have to pay attention to the cut grade of the diamond to make sure that light is actually passing through that diamond and giving us a great reflection as well. So that's important C number one. Now, number two, which is something you can visibly see with the naked eye. So it's going to be color. That's our second most important C. Now, diamonds are naturally white when it comes to the coloration of the diamond. They're graded on the color grading scale from D all the way to Z. Your D, E, and F are your colorless diamonds. Those are your most rare stones, and that means that diamond has no other coloration inside of it due besides the natural color, which is white. Now, these will be your most expensive due to the fact they are your most rare. So the D, E, and F are your colorless gems. D being the highest performance that a color grade that a diamond can receive, and less than 2% of diamonds in the world are D colors. So It's your most rarest, also your most expensive when you're looking at the color grading on the chart. Now, once we step down to our near colorless, this will be our G, H, I, and J. Now here, the diamond does take on a slight yellow hue, but the yellow hue doesn't overpower the natural color of the diamond. So we're still going to get great performance out of the whiteness of the diamond, but you will start to see a slant, a tint of the yellow hue coming in. Now, just off of preference of what you're looking to do, say we're talking about bridal right now, an engagement ring, if you're looking for a beautiful stone, you don't want to pay the premium of colorless. Near colorless is like what I like to call the comfort zone or the sweet spot, because like I said here, the diamond is still going to perform very well as far as the natural color being white, but you will see that slight yellow hue start to become a little bit more pronounced once we start looking at our I's and J's. But with color, you have a substance called fluorescence. So fluorescence is something that can either help or harm the diamond. Once you get on the lower end of the color grading scale, so starting, I would say around that J and below, you can actually have a fluorescence inside of the diamond that's actually going to offset the yellow hue to make the diamond perform a little brighter than it actually is. So it helps the diamond. But if we have a diamond like this colorless that has fluorescence, it'll harm the diamond to where it actually makes the diamonds perform glossy or cloudy. So it takes away from the natural color of the diamond. So that's what, like I said, you're able to play around with it, help or harm, due to the wherever you feel you want to be on the color grade scale. Now, once we get into our fakes, this is like our KLM. This is when the yellow hue begins to overpower the natural color of the diamond. So we see a lot of more warmth inside of the diamond, and you see the yellow hue outperforming the natural color of the diamond. And we get down to our very lights and lights, that's the lower end of our color grading scale. That's when you're going to see the yellow hue is basically the coloration of the diamond. We've lost the whiteness, the natural whiteness of the coloration, and now the yellow hue has overpowered it and became the pronounced and dominant color. Now, let's get into it, because y'all probably like, oh, them yellow diamonds, them the canary yellows. No, let's get it. So once you pass Z on the color grading scale, now you have entered another realm of diamonds. These are actually colored gems, what we like to call our fancy yellows, our light yellows, that canary yellow. That's when the diamond price will start to skyrocket, because now this gem is rare, because you're not used to seeing this coloration in the diamond, period. You know what I mean? So the little gem on this is, okay, if you're looking for a yellow diamond, but you don't got the yellow diamond price, because it's a rare gem. Yellow diamonds, red diamonds, blue diamonds, those are going to be pink diamonds. Some of your most expensive when you're looking at the actual price of the diamond, due to the fact how rare it is to find these gems. But if you're looking to kind of give like a yellow diamond look without paying a yellow diamond price, now you got your very lights, your light, you know what I'm saying? You can go ahead and play on the end of the color grading scale of the diamonds. Get something that's a O, or maybe like a M. I sold a M, a beautiful M engagement ring. It's beautiful. I'm gonna probably post it one of these days. But look, it's something you can play around with. You know what I'm saying? So at that point, you're not faking it till you make it, because essentially it is yellow. It's still a diamond. It's just not a natural yellow diamond. It has that yellow hue that has overpowered the whiteness of the coloration of the diamond. So we didn't drop a gem, but I've had a long day, man. Like I told y'all, I'm really tired. I ain't really try to do this pod today, so we finna take a shot, because I need to boot up. You feel me? So this here is for Ezra Jeweler, the energy boost. Grab a shot. This is probably gonna be the most shots we take on this podcast, because hey, like I said, it's been a long weekend, long day. So yeah, turn me up, don't turn me down. Let's get into it, so we can get into our final two C's, so we can talk about it. Let's get it. Sheesh. All right. So now we talked about the cut. We've talked about the color. Now we're gonna talk about my favorite C to talk about when people ask about diamonds, because I feel like us as a culture, we have been misguided when it comes to diamonds due to this C, as far as it being the most important thing that we need to pay attention to when we're shopping for diamonds. When essentially it's not, because you can't see this characteristic with the naked eye unless the imperfections in the diamond are very pronounced, very noticeable, and just determining what type of imperfections the diamond actually has. So let's get into it. Let's talk about clarity, our third most important C. Now, when it comes to clarity, this is something that gives diamonds their rare characteristics, which makes them rare. Being grown in the earth over so many years and under so much heat and pressure, all diamonds do gain different imperfections inside of them that the determining where they fall on the clarity grading scale, it's determined by how many of these imperfections are noticeable to the naked eye, how many imperfections are in this actual gem, and where are these imperfections at in this actual gem. Also, what kind of imperfections are in the gem. So, when I speak on clarity, yes, we're talking about the VVS SI1s. You know what I'm saying? I know we all know our favorite rappers tell us, hey, VVS, this is the, you know what I'm saying, these VVS diamonds, because their jeweler probably told them that, and hopefully they truly are VVS diamonds. You know what I'm saying? Like, once again, the most important gem always drop on this podcast. If you're not shopping with Ezra Jeweler, you're already in last place, but that's neither here nor there. That was a gem, so yes, we're gonna take a shot before we continue to talk about clarity. So yeah, let's get into it. Grab your shots. Yeah, man. If you truly know me, this is the playmaker really kind of taking over this podcast. If you know the playmaker, you know. If you don't, you'll get to know him. But yeah, so to Ezra Jeweler, nah, for real. So now, when it comes to clarity, diamonds being grown in the earth over so many years, they do gain these imperfections. Now, um, let's talk about the different types of imperfections that a diamond can receive. So, they're grown from a carbon seed. So, carbon obviously is a darker mineral. So, you can see, and that's one of the most pronounced imperfections that you see inside of diamonds. It's going to be a carbon mark, a dark circle, or a dark mark inside of the diamond. Now, the more that diamond actually has in it, the lower it falls on the clarity grading scale. So the clarity grading scale goes from eternally flawless all the way to I3. So breaking those down here, eternally flawless means that diamond literally has nothing inside of it. It is the most purest, cleanest diamond that you can see, and that means that diamond is truly a rare gem. Once you step down to our flawless, same thing. Don't have it's flawless. Exactly what the name says. You know what I mean? There's nothing in it. Can't see it with the naked eye. I can't see it with a jeweler's loupe. Can't see it under a microscope. We step down to our VVS ones. This means very, very slightly included. Now, here, the diamond, I can't see any of these imperfections with the naked eye. Even under a jeweler's loupe, the imperfections that may be in that diamond aren't carbon marks. So it's nothing dark. It's maybe like an air bubble or a feather inside of it. And what that means is basically like a clear, maybe a clear line, you know what I'm saying, that's hidden under a facet. But it's still so pure and so pretty that it's very, very slightly included. Like it's still included. Statement there, like all diamonds do have different imperfections unless they are eternally flawless or flawless. But that imperfections inside that diamond is very minimum, that is higher on the clarity grade scale. Same with VVS2. Means the exact same thing. Once we step down to our VS1, now this one we could have slightly different imperfections inside of it that may be very minimal to the diamond. Like it could be able, like an air bubble, a couple air bubbles at the bottom of the stone, but they're in the belly of the stone, which is literally the bottom, like this right here. Hey, bro, I have a diamond right here to break this shit down to y'all. So this is what we will call the belly right here. This will be the face. This is the surface. So the imperfections or the air bubbles could be here at the very bottom right here, and nothing on the surface of the diamond. And this is what we pay attention to majority of the time, because once we have a ring that's created, we're talking about rings right now, this is like the prongs holding the ring. These are going to be covered with gold as well. So this is being hidden as far as the different imperfections that's down here. I can't see those. My focus is here on the surface. Boom. Okay. Now, once we step down to our SI1, SI2, this means the diamond is slightly included with different imperfections inside of it. This diamond could have a carbon mark inside of it, dark carbon circle inside of it that is noticeable to the naked eye. You can see some of these imperfections with the naked eye. That's okay. Because when shopping with me, I'm only speaking for my diamonds because I work for a company that we do hand select all our diamonds from before they even become certified by GIA. We're focusing on the beauty of the stone. So, with that being said, our focus is getting a eye clean diamond. What that means is I can't see any of the imperfections on the surface of the diamond with the naked eye. So, I'm getting a beautiful stone. All my imperfections are in the belly of the stone or of the gem. It takes away, it's still something that's included. It's still something that does have imperfections inside of it, but to the naked eye, I can't see that. And then once you set it in a ring or a chain or a bracelet, those imperfections are being hidden because it's been casted into the gold. The prongs are hiding the imperfections. So that's where we're looking at when we talk about SI1s, SI2s. Once we get into our I1, I2, I3, that's when you have a diamond that the imperfections are very noticeable to the naked eye. This diamond has different carbon marks, excuse me, different carbon marks inside of it. You have different air bubbles, different feather imperfections inside of it, and it's taken away slightly from the beauty of the diamond. Now, break this down because I've have sold what we call salt and pepper diamonds. Salt and pepper diamonds are truly imperfected to the finest. It's a carbon, literally nothing but carbon marks inside of it. Kind of takes away from the whiteness of the diamond. You get a black and white type of diamond with different carbon imperfections inside of it. And to some people likings, they like that. You know what I'm saying? It's something that's beautiful to them. It's something that's rare and different, and they like that. But if you're someone that's like, nah, I want to have a clean stone, you know what I'm saying? I want to, you know, I want my diamond to perform as far as the beauty. I don't want to see any imperfection. I want to get the most brilliance and whiteness that I can out of the diamond. Let me break this down to you as far as what you need to sacrifice to make your purchase. If you have a budget and you are not trying to go over your budget, your focus first and foremost is our cut. Want to make sure you get an excellent cut to make sure the diamond is going to perform as far as like the brilliance and the sparkle out of it. Now, when it comes to clarity and color, I'm going to sacrifice clarity every time before color. Why? Because I want a white diamond. I want my diamond to perform as bright as it can. And that comes from the cut and the coloration of the diamond. So I'm going to get the highest color that I can obtain with my budget to make sure I'm getting a great performance out of the whiteness of the diamond. When it comes to clarity, I'm okay at being at SI1 or SI2, making sure that I have what we talked about, eye clean surface. Making sure that none of the imperfections of the diamond are on the surface of the stone. Why? Because now I'm not taking away from the actual beauty of the diamond. All of the imperfections are in the belly, that which is going to be hidden. So it truly depends on what are you willing to sacrifice. Gem drop. Let's get it. Alright. What are you willing to sacrifice to get the beauty, the beautiful gem that you want and can afford? Same with life, bro. Like, what are you willing to sacrifice to get to where you're trying to go in life? What are you willing to hey, I gotta cut out on going out this year. I gotta cut out on smoking. I gotta cut out on drinking. Shit, I gotta cut some people off. You gotta be willing to sacrifice to get to what you want in life, because at the end of the day, your life is your gym. You know what I'm saying? So you gotta be willing to sacrifice certain things to get to where you trying to go in life. How turn me up, don't turn me down. Gym have been dropped. No, shut up. Let's get into it, man. So, what are you willing to sacrifice, man? Now, to our final C, let's get into it. It's gonna be the caraway. Now, based on who you're talking to, this might be the most important seed to them, because when I'm speaking to women that's coming in and shopping for their engagement rings, the most important seed to them is carry weight, because they want a big gem. They want a big diamond. They want their diamond to be seen from across the room. They could care less about any other things we just talked about. It's all about size. We know that. Women, it's all about size. We know this. You know what I'm saying? We know the truth. So with the carry weight though, it plays a key factor with the cut of a diamond, because like we talked about, there are different shapes when we're talking about diamonds. So our fancy shapes, they can actually perform bigger and weigh less. So I can have a 1 carat that performs like a 1.5 due to the way that it's actually cut. We have to focus on the ratio of the stone. So like let's take an oval for an example. So I can have a 1 carat oval. It weighs 1 carat, but the way it was cut, the measurements and the ratio of the stone, it was cut longer, so I lost a lot of the weight in the belly, which is the bottom of the stone, so it's going to be skinnier. But here on the surface it's longer, so it performs lengthwise like a 1 carat. I mean 1.5 carat, but belly wise, I've lost so much of the diamond weight. It's skinnier. So how deep this actually is, it becomes shorter due to the fact we're cutting that off to put the focus on the center of the diamond and on the surface of the diamond. You know what I mean? So when it comes to carat weight, yes, you can have that vision of wanting a 2 carat, wanting a 3 carat, but you have to always remember I'm able to play around with the measurements. That's what you want to focus on when you're shopping for diamonds, like loose diamonds, engagement ring. Focus on the measurements of the stone, because the way a diamond is cut, I can play around with the actual weight of it. So I can get the look that I'm looking for without paying the premium, because once you go up in size and carat weight, you also go up in size in the actual length of the diamond. So I can go big on the carat weight if I want to, literally back to budget. If you have a budget that can obtain the 2 carat, go ahead, go 2 carat. But if you have it to where, okay, I have a 1.5 carat budget, I have a 1.3 budget, but I want a 2 carat. All right, cool. Now we're focusing on finding a 1 carat, finding a 1.5 carat, finding a 1.20 carat diamond that performs like a 2 carat. I'm finding something what we call in the industry unicorn diamonds, because yes, it weighs less, but it performs bigger. You know what I mean? So that's your focus when you're going into the jewelry stores and shopping with whoever you're shopping with. Back to gym number one. If you're shopping with me, you're in last place. Now, for real, gym was dropped. Let's do it. But yeah, so that should be your focus when you're looking at shopping with diamonds, man. Yeah, turn me up, don't turn me down. Literally, like you can play on the measurements of the stone and you can actually get what you're looking for without paying the premium price of the size that you want. So it's so many different gems and many different aspects of diamonds that it can be played upon to get what you're looking for. You just gotta have the knowledge, man, and that's why I'm here, man. That's why you tap into the pod. We drop gems to make sure when you go out and shop, wherever you may shop, you are being taken care of because you're slightly knowledgeable. You're not an expert, but you got enough knowledge to ask these questions and make sure that you're not getting fucked over. You know what I'm saying? But like I always say, 1 plus 1 equals 2 sometimes. Azariah the Jeweler drops the gems. Shop with Azariah the Jeweler. I know I'm taking care of. He gonna drop the gems on me when I come shop. Don't believe me? Ask my customers. Nah, for real. So that's basically the breakdown of the brick. We broke the whole diamond down today. Like I said, man, these four C's play a key factor in the beauty of the diamond as far as the characteristics, also in the pricing because, like I said, going from VVS to SI changed thousands of dollars. Going from D color to G color, thousands of dollars. You know what I'm saying? Going from excellent cut to good cut, thousands of dollar difference, bro. Like it's truly a jump because now we know going from back from our first gem that we dropped today on the pod, well, second gem, these diamonds are a rare gem. It's very rare to find a perfect diamond. Now, if I have all of these four C's aligned at the top performance that they can be, that is a rare gem. That is something that you're going to pay a premium for due to the fact you're not going to find that diamond anywhere else. You know what I mean? So when you're looking at shopping for diamonds, trying to find the right ring, the right diamond, the right necklace, the right bracelet, make sure you know the different details that go into these. You know what I mean? And if not, you don't know, you tapped in, need any questions, any answers you need, bro, tap in with me, man. That's what I'm here for. It's really free game, dropping gems, we taking shots, we having a good time, and we truly are entering an industry and we taking over it, man. Like we are here to. When I say we, I'm talking about all of us. Cause look, I'm your jeweler, but now that you come in the shop with me, now you gonna be an expert. By the time you get done shopping with me, you become an expert because you gonna know what you need to know, what's best for you, and now you know next time. All right, Alex, I went with a SI1 1 carat, excellent cut, G color. Next time we finna upgrade. We want to go ahead and upgrade the clarity this time. We're gonna go to a VVS1. We're gonna stay G, and then once we get back on the good end, you know what I'm saying? We do whatever we need to do to get our budget to where we want to be to get the D color VVS1 or Eternally Flawless. We're going to come back and upgrade and get that because now you know the science behind it all, bro. It's a science. It's literally your gem can be as precious as you want it to be as long as you put the right factors, what's important to you. You align those importance. Hey, Jim, right there. Focus on what's important to you. Don't worry about what's going on the outside world, bro. Come in, take a look at the diamond. What's important to you? What can you see? Don't focus on what's going on the outside. You know what I'm saying? Like, focus on the important things to you. Same with life. What's important to you right now? Is your career important to you? What you trying to do? All right, cool. Who gives a fuck about it don't make sense to them. It ain't supposed to make sense to them. God didn't give them the vision. God didn't give them the dreams. God didn't give them the goals. He gave it to you. So you gotta lock in on that and be 10 toes down behind it and truly understand this is important to me. I gotta do everything that I can to obtain what I want to obtain because this is something I know God has called me to do. You feel me? Take a shot to that. And we're gonna backdoor and we're gonna close it out. Take another shot. You feel me? To the importance of your life, not nobody else's. People don't like for who you are. Like, rest in peace, Bernie Mac. Fuck them. But yeah, man. Like I said, I am Azariah the Jeweler. I'm happy you tuned in once again. Um, was a struggle for me to get up and do this podcast. I'm not gonna lie, but I'm thankful I did it. I'm grateful that God has blessed me with a platform where I can talk jury to the people I want to talk to. You feel me? And I hope y'all like enjoying it. Like I said, any questions, anything y'all want to hear about, any gems y'all want drop or want knowledge on, bro, tap in, man. Leave a comment below. Like and subscribe. If you ain't following me on Instagram, last place once again, I am Azariah the Jeweler underscore at the end. And I'm gonna take care of you, man. So look, let's get into it. We're gonna sign out, take this final shot. Always remember that, the most important thing, God's the greatest. I'm trying to tell you, God's the greatest. Ezra Julius him. Nah,